What's clicking?
I think we're just playing to our strengths. Playing fast, moving the puck pretty well, getting some timely goaltending, which is nice. We're going to make some mistakes every now and then. They've been there to bail us out, but everything's kind of just going the right way. Special teams are starting to figure it out, and that's a big part.
It's kind of the same faces, just you guys are just playing a little better hockey, a little more efficient.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of us were coming from different areas, and it's not all going to click right away. And we showed some good patience, but staying about 500 for a little bit, and now we seem to be kind of hitting our stride.
How important is the Milwaukee game tomorrow night, considering where they're at in the standings? But it's still only December. But how big is it?
Yeah, every time we play any division game, it's important, right? Like at some point, we're gonna run into these guys if you make the playoffs, and gonna have to beat them at some point when it really matters. So, I think it's a good measuring stick. They play a very good, solid brand of hockey, and in all assets, right? Like they have a really good PK. Their power play is pretty solid. They're big, they're strong, they're fast. Like everything you'd want in a hockey team, that's what they have. And I think last weekend or whatever, recently when we played them, we played to our strengths and it worked at home, and then kind of got away from it a little bit when we went up there, and they kind of took over that game. So we know what we need to do to be successful.
So what are the IceHogs' strengths, if you don't mind?
Yeah, I think playing fast, moving the puck. I think we're really, really good when we manage the game because it allows us to play to our strengths, using our speed, keeping the puck a little bit more than some teams do. But I think that's when we're skating and we're defending, the offense comes from that, and that's when we're really dangerous. Our skill guys will take over, and it's been working so far.
And just staying on top of things, one thing that I've noticed, or two areas of development I've noticed with this team over the season, is being able to score first, get that 1, 2, even 3 goal lead sometimes, and just writing things out from there, as well as power play development on both the offensive side and the defensive side of things. What about those two areas has led the team to this type of success that you guys have had with winning 5 out of your past 6?
Yeah. Again, like you said, you get off to a good start, it's easier to play than playing from behind in basically anything you do in life, let alone a hockey game. But getting off to good starts is a big thing for us, and then having that power play click a little bit, and both units are doing it, so it's nice. If one's not feeling it right away, then the other guy seems to be picking up the slack, so that's always really nice to have, not leaning on just one unit. So as far as that side of the puck goes, I think it's definitely starting to click, and getting off to a lead's always nice, but I think sometimes we actually play better hockey when we're chasing the game, which isn't great. It's not a great habit to get into, but when we get off to a good start and stay with our game, I think it's very tough to come back.
Now this is your second stint here, right?
Third time's the charm.
Gosh, were you here for Dylan Sakura first?
Not with
I think you guys
Dylan.
just off.
We just missed each other.
Tyler, you spent
I
some-
played with Tyler.
What have you
and,
seen? And you know enough about Dylan, and you've
Yeah.
seen him on other programs. as
Exactly.
well.
I played against him a few times.
Yeah. What do you see that's different in him now that maybe wasn't there before?
I think it's just you. I know it sounds bad, but you get older, you kind of figure out what makes you successful, what doesn't, what works, what doesn't, and you kind of just develop into a more complete player. Like you see things from his game that I didn't. I played against him, so it's tough for me to judge. But he's really good on the walls in his own end, and for a skill guy, it's not always what you get. Super patient with the pucks, makes the right decisions. Again, he can manage the game. He knows when to chip it in, when to make a play, and I think he's always been very gifted offensively. But you see it starting to come in areas where some guys may panic, or some guys may shoot, may pass, whatever. But he always, as of right now, seems to be making the right plays.
it's interesting that it's almost like, can you get it in time? Can you grasp,
Yeah,
what
yes.
you're talking about?
Yeah, I
in
know what you're
time?
talking about, but I mean, every person's different. Every player's different. Some guys, I'm sure he did it too. He got off to a great start in his rookie year, I think, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And, there's things that miss in guys' games, and it's really hard to be a complete player at 19, 20, 21, 22 years old. So I think it's part of why you're here. You're trying to round yourself out, and I think he's done an excellent job of that.